The mainstream media, especially since 9/11, labeled skeptics of official stories as conspiracy theorists, in the pejorative sense of the term. The larger academic community has also maintained this approach in its discourse and publications.
And you'd think universities would be smart enough to see through vilification and thought stoppers like conspiracy theory. But for the most part, they don't. They don't. Conspiracies are people getting together to decide how to commit crimes or immoral acts. And moreover, 9/11 was obviously the result of a conspiracy. Somebody conspired. Maybe it was Al-Qaeda, maybe it was somebody else. So it's quite silly to dismiss this as a conspiracy theory. And yet, unreflectively, without thinking about it, they use this. And I even think that the term conspiracy theory works especially well in universities, perhaps even better than outside universities, because university people have a tendency, I'm afraid, towards arrogance, that in other words, people outside the university believe all kind of nutty things. You know, they think Elvis is still alive or UFOs are here or whatever, but we in the university have critical thinking, so we're disciplined thinkers. We would never believe that. So we in the university know that history is a very messy thing, and you know, I mean, it's not created by some cabal of people with handlebar mustaches. You know, all kinds of impersonal forces interacting with other forces and contingencies and accidents and the interaction of personality and institution. But there are in the great unwashed outside the university, some people who want to have a comforting, simplistic view of the universe, think that history unfolds simply through bad people getting together in back rooms and planning it all. And that's the conspiracy theorists. And we, therefore, are above that. And when we call someone a conspiracy theorist, we're not just calling them an idiot or a moron, though if we get really angry, we'll do that too. But we're implying that we're more intellectually sophisticated than they are. And university people are very vulnerable to thought processes that allow them to feel a bit superior that way.
So my response took me a while to really understand the way to respond to this in order to make an epistemological break with just this normalized unseeing and refusal to engage facts by saying, oh, you mean the official conspiracy theory? And that has worked very well in terms of then turning the table, so to speak, so it now becomes the onus is on the person who's brought up conspiracy theory to justify the most prominent conspiracy theory of all.
Official conspiracy theories and false flag terrorism plans remain largely unexamined by universities. After nearly 40 years, Operation Northwoods was declassified. It called for shooting innocent people on American streets, hijacking planes, blowing up a U.S. ship, and with the support of clandestine media, the goal was to blame it on Cuba as a pretext for war. It was proposed and signed by every member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Perhaps the most recent case that the Academy has yet to connect the dots in relation to the events of 9/11 are the anthrax attacks. Although the Bush administration and the media quickly implicated Iraq, the alleged 9/11 hijackers, or Al-Qaeda in general, investigations traced the anthrax to a U.S. bioweapons laboratory. Since blaming a Middle Eastern group had failed, the FBI then pointed their fingers at a domestic individual. However, Senator Patrick Leahy, who was giving indications of blocking the Patriot Act, became a target of the anthrax and was convinced many people were involved.
I do not believe in any way, shape, or manner that he is the only person involved in this attack on Congress and the American people. I do not believe that at all. I believe there are others involved, either as accessories before or accessories after the fact. I believe there are others who can be charged with murder.